This is actually a scene from a shopping street located in the center of the prefecture. It's really run down. I'll show you the current state of central Tokushima City, Tokushima Prefecture. Despite being clean with wide streets, many stores are vacant and it's nearly empty. In the past, this was a shopping street in Tokushima City where the number of pedestrians on holidays reached about 40,000. Now it's about 2,000. Amazingly, it's now only 1/20th of its peak. There are places where time seems to have stopped in the Showa era. Why has it declined so much? In this video, I'll cover Tokushima City's history, present, and future. On Omatsu's Anywhere Exploration team, we will continue to make many videos for everyone to enjoy, so please be sure to subscribe to our channel. So, here I am in the center of Tokushima City, Tokushima Prefecture, at Japan Railway's Tokushima Station. There's a big roundabout and the buildings are beautiful, so at first glance, it feels just like the center of an ordinary prefectural capital. I don't think it's declined that much. However, I previously introduced the Amico building, which is just a short walk from Tokushima Station and used to house a major department store. Now it's a standard commercial facility. Mitsukoshi occupies part of the old Sogo space on the lower floors, but higher floors have more vacancies and are rarely used. There were also such floors. This video also reveals Tokushima's harsh reality. I've made this video so you can understand just by watching it, but if you're interested, I'd be happy if you also watch the video about the Amico building. Now let's get started. Right in front of the station, there's a shopping street in a pretty tough situation. Poppo Street Shopping District is only a minute from the station. It looks like the shopping street is squeezed in between two buildings. It's a complete change from the lively atmosphere of the regional city. Once you step inside, it suddenly feels like the Showa era. It gives you the impression of having time slipped into the past. Established in 1971, Poppo Street gets its name from its closeness to Tokushima Station, where trains go Poppo, and from the cooing of pigeons. I see. Curious about a link between Tokushima and pigeons, I searched for Tokushima pigeon. When I searched for that word, the top result was a pigeon repellent center. What the heck does that mean? By the way, even now, Tokushima Prefecture is the only prefecture in Japan without any trains running. That's right. The 160-meter-long shopping street targets young people. When it first opened, it became known as a town for young fashion. However, as you can guess from the fact that the word young is now outdated, there are signs everywhere looking for tenants, and the place has completely lost its energy. It's amazing this scene is just a minute's walk from the prefecture's largest station. Some areas likely once had stylish shops. Isn't 60,000 yen for the first floor and 30,000 for the second floor extremely cheap rent? Even with this rent and this location, it's still vacant. I feel like this really shows how tough things are in Tokushima Prefecture. The shopping street does have a second floor, but there's nothing that can be done with it. Even on the first floor, there are empty tenants everywhere. I knew it was bad, but it's worse than I thought. But if you're like me and want to experience that Showa retro vibe, you can still enjoy it. Seeing those Showa-era signs really gets you excited, doesn't it? Established in 1971, it became a fashion district where young people gathered. But over time, it began carrying more books about manga and anime. With Nankai Books, Animate Tokushima, and Maid Cafes at its center, It was reborn as a city of subculture. All of them either closed or moved, leaving the shopping district lifeless. That's the situation now. This is the current tenant map. It seems there used to be more than 50 stores here, but now there are only about 20. That's all for the Poppo Street Shopping District introduction. Although it's a bit of a walk from the station, this was once Tokushima Prefecture's main shopping spot and was crowded on holidays. Let me introduce the Shinmachi district. Go straight down Shinmachi Bridge Street from Tokushima Station to reach the Shinmachi district. It takes about 10 minutes on foot from the station. By the way, this bridge is impressive, as expected from central Tokushima City. Now then, when you think of Tokushima, what comes to mind for you all? There are a lot of things, but I think Awa Odori, and maybe Awa Odori or Awa Odori come to mind. When Awa Odori is being held, it seems like a lot of people visit this area too. If you go straight ahead, you'll find Awa Odori Hall, which hosts Awa Odori exhibitions and performances. There were so many places to film on this day that unfortunately, I didn't have time to go there. But I've heard the exhibitions are quite extensive and interesting, so if you're interested, please check it out. Well, while we were driving, we arrived. The Shinmatsu area faces the main street. The town is formed around several shopping streets, mainly the Higashi Shinmatsu Shopping Street and the Nishi Shinmatsu Shopping Street, making it the busiest downtown area in Fukushima Prefecture. Now let's start by looking at the Nishi Shin Shopping Street. However, most of the buildings have been demolished. Although it's called a shopping street, you can't really do any proper shopping here. The area is currently being redeveloped with plans for high-rise apartments, hotels, and commercial facilities. Construction has recently made progress on the Nishijin redevelopment. The idea for the project was proposed in 1991. Then, in 2005, a plan was announced to build a music hall, but due to difficulties in coordination between the city and the prefecture, as well as a change in mayor, the plan was abandoned twice. Redevelopment is being considered. No appealing stores opened on Nishi Shinmatsu Shopping Street, but I tried hard to keep Tokushima's spirit alive. The store also reached its limit and closed down. The area had many vacant tenants for a long time. Many of the buildings still appear in the 2017 street view before they were demolished, but they look like ruins. The project started moving again in 2020, and I released a video about it. As of now, the completion is scheduled for around 2027. Next, I'll introduce the Higashi Shinmatsu Shopping Street. It's across from Nishi Shinmatsu Shopping Street. It was once Tokushima's main gathering spot. The street's width and impressive arcade still reflect its former liveliness. However, there are few pedestrians, and many of the shops have their shutters down and remain closed. Although the shopping street is clean, I still feel it's a shame. It has a very long history, dating back to 1585. By 1630, it had become the top shopping street in Tokushima Prefecture. In 1934, Marushin Department Store was opened by 26 wholesalers in Tokushima City. In 1971, Daiei opened. Large stores also began to open, and the momentum kept increasing. In the previous century, during the 1970s, about 40,000 pedestrians were counted on holidays. It's hard to say exactly, but 40,000 is a lot for a regional city. The decline began in 1983 when Soho Tokushima store opened right near Tokushima Station. Soho's opening drew attention from the entire prefecture, Kansai, and nearby Kagawa Prefecture. It also kept consumer spending from leaving those areas. Tokushima City likely expected Soho's opening near the station to boost excitement and make the Shinmachi area more lively. However, the number of people visiting the Shinmachi area, which is far from the station, dropped sharply, and all the excitement became concentrated in front of the station. Some shops in the shopping district saw sales drop by half. It impacted every store in the shopping district. Marushan Department Store and Daiei also tried various things so they wouldn't lose to Sogo, but in the end, they ran out of strength. Marushan Department Store closed in 1995 and Daiei closed in 2005. In 2006, the movie theater in the shopping district also closed. Marushan Department Store once stood at the shopping district entrance on the main street. A bank is there now. Higashi Shinmachi Shopping District quickly lost its vitality after its stores closed. The Higashi Shinmachi Shopping District, a shopping street in Tokushima City, lost its energy. As a result, other shopping districts, including Nishinmachi, also went into decline. As you walk through the shopping street, you suddenly come to a crossroads. The left side continues as the Higashi Shinmachi Shopping Street, while the right side becomes another shopping street called Kagoyamachi Shopping Street. You can truly sense the light and darkness. It looks like more shops are open. Of course, most people would choose the right side. Let's take the left side. The atmosphere is different from the Higashi Shinmachi Shopping Street up until now, and most of the stores are closed. I guess it's impossible without any tenants. You need tenants in there. Usually, I only feature commercial facilities, but walking through shopping streets is fun too. With commercial facilities, there are often large-scale renovations, so traces of the past are often gone. But with shopping streets like the one I'm walking through now, there are often places that remain just as they were in the past. So it's fun to walk around, imagining what it was like during its heyday. By the way, I also walked through the Kagoshima Town shopping street. Despite some vacancies, the place still felt lively. It's strange how the left and right sides can be so different, isn't it? Last century, over 40,000 people walked through Shinmachi District. Currently, even on holidays, the number of pedestrians is only about 2,000, which is about 1/20th of what it was in the last century. The decline isn't just because of the closure of Sogo. If that were the case, then just like Sogo, people would wonder why Poppo Street in front of the station is also deserted. First of all, with the opening of the Akashi Kikyo Bridge in 1998, which connects Awaji Island and Honshu, it became much easier to get to Honshu. Though this is good news, it also caused consumer spending to shift to Honshu. An even bigger setback came with the 2001 opening of Fujigura Kitajima and other large suburban facilities with spacious parking lots, many commercial facilities opening. Tokushima Prefecture is car-oriented, so people prefer locations with ample parking over those near the station. Especially with the opening of AEON Mall Tokushima in 2017, it feels like that was the final blow. There are also buses from Tokushima Station to AEON Mall Tokushima, and now people of all ages visit there. Sogo Tokushima store is similar to AEON and others. It closed in 2020 due to the impact of suburban commercial facilities. Even the department store that dealt a major blow to the Shinmachi area ended up closing down, and things just kept getting worse. There is less reason to visit central Tokushima. While writing the script, I felt déjà vu. It was the waka poem I had covered before. The shopping street in Yamagata is in a situation similar to Uraguri Town. This shopping street in Wakayama City also used to attract many people, but it declined after many large commercial facilities were built in the suburbs. Even so, it hasn't been completely given up on or abandoned. In 2012, a movie theater mainly showing anime called Ufotable Cinema opened. The movie theater is back after 6 years. Also, Anime Tokushima, first shown in the Poppo Street Shopping District video, has moved and expanded. They are trying to bring back the excitement by gathering subculture-related stores together again. Also, the Higashimatsu Shopping Street regularly updates its website and Facebook page, and you can really feel their efforts to bring it back to life. Ultimately, everything depends on redeveloping Nishi Shinmatsu Shopping Street. I hope it can help revitalize the stagnant city center. However, personally, I'm a bit concerned that it takes about 10 minutes on foot from the station, and even if you go by car, the main road is divided by a median strip, so you have to make a U-turn to get there from the station side. Even if this area becomes lively, I'm worried Poppo Street and the former Amico building won't be revived. This is a rare, large-scale redevelopment in Tokushima. I want to watch over it warmly. Now, this time, the decline was caused by suburban commercial facilities that require large parking lots. I've introduced the central area of Tokushima Prefecture. What did you think? If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving it a like. Well then, let's meet again in the next video.